Well, welcome to MSU Inside Out. I'm Ariel Call.
And I'm Autumn Roll, and we have a Halloween-packed show for you today.
We do. A lot of events is going to be happening on campus in Minot. And yeah, I will be talking to Artina Lindsay on what they're going to serve in Sodexo next week.
And I'll be talking to Melanie Moore about the indoor trick-or-treat for kids, a safe way for kids to trick-or-treat this year. So they've always done it at the Dome, and this time they have a new venue, and she's talking to us all about that. So I'm excited to learn about this new venue.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I heard that it was at the Dome. They did really well.
They had it at the Dome for years.
Right?
Like this last year was actually their first time they had it at a new place, and they basically liked it. So they decided to stay. So we're gonna find out more about why they chose to keep it at this new place.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And I heard there's gonna be like a zombie run coming up.
There's a zombie run where you run, but then they have like volunteer zombies to run after you, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna participate in that, but people like being scared, so.
Maybe Lane likes zombies.
What about you, Lane? Do you like a zombie running after you?
I mean, if I'm the zombie. If
So
I'm the
you
zombie,
want to
I
be
could-
the volunteer?
I could totally be the volunteer.
Why not run away from zombies?
I'm not the best runner. I mean, I can get going for long distances, but I'm not that fast. So
You're probably not going to survive a zombie apocalypse then.
Probably not. Volunteers are needed to chase runners at Minot's first 5K zombie run. The Young Women's Christian Association is hosting the run on Saturday, October 29th. Volunteers are encouraged to sign up for the event. Makeup and makeup artists will be provided. Volunteers are not required to run. The event will be held at downtown Minot. The race begins at 5 p.m. Dancing at Lunesa opened up last night. We were able to talk with a couple of the actors and get their opinions on their characters. We also got to learn about some of the difficulties involved with play production.
Well, I play as Father Jack. I'm a Catholic priest who was in Uganda for the past 25 years, and I had just come back to Ballybag, or Donegal, Ireland, and I'm very mentally sick, physically sick. I'm basically on my deathbed.
So Kate is an A-type, very motherly figure, head of the house, hold in the house, and she's crazy about her sisters and her little nephew.
We were able to talk to Dale and Alina about some of their difficulties during production.
For me personally is learning my lines. Like I have a really big soliloquy that just took forever for me to learn. I knew most of my lines for all my different parts, but that one soliloquy just couldn't even get the first word out. And then I was standing backstage one day and it just clicked and I just walked on. I was like, okay, I'm good.
Biggest struggle for me is an Irish accent. I don't think I'm doing a great job with it. Are you going to the harvest dance? This year's is going to be just supreme. And honest to God, if you've seen the light in her eyes, you'd think it's the heavens she was talking about. I'm telling you, off its head, like a fever in a place.
It's almost time for the National Association for Music Education Collegiate to hold their second annual haunted house on October 22nd in the basement of Old Main from 7 to 10 p.m. If you'd like to assist in the setup for the event, you can do so on Friday, October 21st from 5 to 9 p.m., where you will receive a free ticket for your generosity. If you can't help with the setup, tickets will be available for purchase at the door for $5. NAFME is also looking for actors and actresses to help bring thrills and chills to visitors of the haunted house. If interested, you can sign up on the NAFME bulletin board across from Old Main 121 or contact Rebecca Petrick at rebecca.c.petrick@minotstateu.edu with any questions. Crush a bit, roll a bit, vote a bit. This year, many states are looking to legalize marijuana. Among these states are Maine, Florida, and North Dakota. The bill would allow adults over the age of 21 to purchase the plant for recreational and/or medical uses. Voters will decide this November along with the presidential election. Shields is hosting their annual Kids Club Halloween party in Dakota Square Mall right after our show today. They will be getting ready for the holiday by painting mini pumpkins while enjoying special Halloween treats. To join in on the fun, the party starts at 6 o'clock outside Shields Hunting and Fishing Store, and most importantly, don't forget to wear your costume. We've got quite a bit going on at Minot State next week. The library will be opening its new art gallery on Sunday. On Tuesday, spring registration will be coming up, so make sure you've got an appointment with your advisor. Sodexo's pumpkin carving contest will be Friday. Voting starts at 11 a.m. Make sure to stop by the cafe and vote for your favorite. Well, we got a lot to vote for, Ariel.
Yeah, but I won't be voting for marijuana because I'm not a U.S. citizen.
See, I am, and even then I still don't know if I'm going to be voting for it.
You should. I'm for it.
We'll see. We'll see.
If I could vote, I will. Thank you, Lane, for the news. Joining us today is Executive Chef Artina Lindsay from Sodexo. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Ariel, for having me.
And look at what we have here. This black colored chicken wings, and it smells so good. Can you tell us a bit more about what this is?
Well, in light of all of the happenings on campus, of course, we want to be a part of Halloween, so we're going to do our best to present some really funky food for Halloween. So we have the cafe is going to be completely turned into like a Halloween ghoul fest, and the food is going to represent that as well.
Nice.
So what we have here today is our bat wings. So they are spicy yet sweet, and they are black, just like a bat.
Just like a bat. And I see that you have a little bat here
Yes.
as well. They smell really good. I know that last year they had like green macaroni and cheese. So I'm really excited to know like what you guys will be having this year.
We got a few favorites from last year, and then we kind of mixed it up and added some other things. We're gonna have like brains pizza.
Brains pizza?
Brains
What
pizza.
is that?
You have to come to the cafe and find out.
Oh my god, that sounds...
We're gonna have dirt cake with worms, and we're gonna have spider web cupcakes, and of course the bat wings are gonna be featured there as well, and a whole host of other things. We got some contests going on. You can win some prizes, and just come in and have fun.
Nice. Like what contest do you have?
Well, there is it's kind of like, I think it's a height challenge type of event. Game that they're going to be playing. Our marketing specialist, Barbara, is going to be heading out all of the games, and some of the prizes are amazing because I've seen them. So you guys got to come out and sign up and be a part of it.
Oh, nice. I think like I definitely want to go and join the competitions that day. I kind of want to see the dirt cake with the worms.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. So what I'm most interested in is like what's for dessert. Like
Well,
what
the dirt cake is going to be part of the dessert, and we're going to have the spider web cupcakes, and then we have some other surprises as well.
Oh, okay, cool. And how did you guys come up with the concept?
Well, Patrick, our GM, he loves Halloween. It's not one of my favorite holidays, so he was like, well, let's just kind of come together and make it really fun, because he spearheaded it last year. So we just kind of wanted to kind of take it up a step just from last year. So that's pretty much how we came up with it.
Okay.
Just pull it out of the sky, and now we're going to do it.
Cool. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Ariel, for having me.
Once again, Artina Lindsay, Executive Chef from Sodexo. On other things happening on campus, the MSU Theater's production of Dancing at Lunasa opened yesterday night at Alshire Theater. So here's a sneak peek of what's in store.
From glen to glen, and down the mountain.
Next up on MSU Inside Out, details of an exciting Halloween party, the Power Center here on campus and how it works. The women's volleyball team is on the road and the women's soccer team moved up the ranks again. Details in sports. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Leif Bakken has our forecast. All that and more coming up on MSU Inside Out.
All American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Located on South Broadway.
Artman, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies. Located at 13th Main Street, South Minot.
Badlands Grill, featuring steak, seafood, chicken, pasta, and classic comfort food. At Badlands, everyone is welcome.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience where everyone is a VIP. BWR goes way beyond just Buffalo Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, and sports, located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
Center for Extended Learning, reaching across the state of North Dakota and beyond. The Minot State University Center for Extended Learning empowers you to choose your educational path.
Digital Office Center, technology solutions for every business need. Located in Minot and Bismarck.
El Azteca, authentic Mexican cuisine, fresh and fast. Fiance Bridal, located in downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
iHeartMedia, providing multi-platform advertising and marketing opportunities for partners and world-class entertainment for listeners.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned music business with 3 retail locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
KIZZ-FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KXMA, Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
KYYZ, FM 97 kicks today's hot new country.
KZTR FM 105.3, The Fox, Minot's rock station.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
MSU Athletics, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Art Department, stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibits and art events.
MSU's Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State. Enjoy. We'll see you at the theater.
Midwest Oil Jobs brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
Minot Plumbing, from winter chills through the dog days of summer. Our primary goal at Minot Plumbing and Heating is to keep your home comfortable for you and your family.
Pepsi, the local Pepsi-Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas in Minot, Dickinson, Devil's Lake, and Bottineau.
Pita Pit, fresh thinking, healthy eating, located on South Broadway.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
Red Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast, mixing Mexican and Western flavor.
Watney Realtors, full-service real estate agencies handling residential, commercial, and investment properties. You can visit them online at minothomes.com. Watney Realtors Carrie Montoya, located on Northwest Broadway.
Welcome back to MSU Inside Out. I'm here with Sarah Gizgan and Melanie Moore, and you guys are going to be talking to me about the Halloween party that usually is hosted at the Dome, but it's hosted somewhere else this year. Can you tell me where it's hosted and why you guys changed it? And
Okay. Well, last year there was too many events going on at the Dome, and so the Optimist Club contacted the auditorium, the City of Minot Auditorium, and asked if we couldn't have it down there. And it ended up being a lot less work for us. So we decided to have it there again this year. And so we will be having it at the auditorium again from 5 to 8 p.m. on Halloween night, October 31st.
Sounds good. So the transition from the Dome to the Minot Auditorium has been a good one?
It's been a good one. Not that we didn't like the Dome. We liked the Dome. And it is mostly student organizations, MSU student organizations, that we have as far as booth sponsors go. But it didn't stop them from coming down to the auditorium.
Okay, so
because we do have a lot
move.
of student organizations or students that live off campus too, so they still came and were booth sponsors. And
so what about the number of the audience number? Like, has it declined since you guys moved, or has it went up?
The numbers have remained about the same the last 5 years or so.
Okay.
Years ago, we used to have many more people than we have now, because we used to be the only party in town.
Okay.
And now there's lots of different parties.
So is there anything new that people can expect when they bring their kids to trick or treat?
But it's basically trick or treating. There's always a couple of new booth sponsors. So it's always fun to see the different organizations, see what they do. There's a contest for student organizations, for businesses, and for nonprofits.
Okay, and so an entrance fee to the event is mittens, so you have to bring mittens in order to come in. And can you tell us, this is where Sarah comes in, can you tell me a little bit about why it's mittens?
I'm doing a mitten and glove drive for the social work program here at Minot State, and I am doing it for Minot Public Schools. I will be donating all of the mittens to the schools, and they will be reused. So they won't be donated to students, they're donated to the offices so that the children can use them, and then they're washed and reused for anybody that doesn't have gloves.
Okay, so go into a very worthy cause. Well, thank you both for joining me here, and I hope you guys go to the event on the 31st. So thank you guys for joining me here. The Power Center is a useful tool to students on campus. James Nora is standing by with more. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Holly Major, the program director for Power Center. And first of all, I just want to thank you for being on the show.
Well, thanks for thinking of us.
Oh, you know, I'm always thinking about you, Holly. Well, first question to go, can I ask you, how long has Power Center been running, and what made it run in the beginning?
POWER is a program funded by 2 TRIO grants from the U.S. Department of Education. TRIO was started back in the 1960s under the Lyndon B. Johnson administration, War on Poverty. What was I going to say? Oh, POWER came to Minot State's campus. Our program started in 2010, so we've been here going on our 6th year now, and we help 200 students in one program, 110 students in the other, 310 students total persist, graduate, and get college degrees.
Okay, and with all them students, I'm being one of them, and I know exactly what you're doing in office, but can you, stress to the people that don't know what exactly that you do and how do you take care of your kids?
What we do for students is completely individual depending on the student. Some students, all they need from us are reminders like, hey, your registration's coming up, look at your classes. Some students need everyday help. They need tutoring, mentoring, supplemental instruction. Some students, they just need to feel like they're part of something, that they belong, that they can do this. Sometimes it's motivation, inspiration, and sometimes it's everything short of CPR, but we'd do that too in our office if someone needed it.
Okay, with that being said, what student is more, challenging, or something that you enjoy to see more often? Is it more of a student who know what he's doing, or a student who need help more?
Well, we're here for the students that need help more. All the students we serve have to they all have to be U.S. citizens working on their first bachelor's degree, and then they have to have some type of academic need, which can be like an undecided major. Students who don't know what their major's going to be or don't like their major that they're in are considered at risk. So if we can work with somebody, do some assessments, help them decide on a major, something that fits their personality and their interests, that's a sense of academic need. Sometimes people need to get their GPA up to get into a certain program like nursing or athletic training, or sometimes we have people like you, James, that just got to get those last few requirements done, and we got to keep you motivated to get there and do it. So.
All the time, motivation is key. And last question, short answer, what time are you available for the Student Center?
We're traditionally open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. For Exam Jam, we stay open until midnight the Friday before finals, and you can find us on the 2nd floor of the Student Center at Minot State.
Okay. And with that being said, this is Holly Major, the athletic. I'm sorry, the Power Major, and come in anytime, sign up, and join the Power Center. And back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, James. It's always helpful to have somebody or a place that you can go to when you're just coming into campus.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
for us, it's the international office. For you, Anthony, it's what, your wrestling team?
Yeah, and I'm also part of the Power Center, actually.
Oh,
so,
you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's fun stuff. I go there for advising now.
Now,
kind
you didn't
of
go
found it
before.
late. But yeah, sports is about to happen. The Minot State women's soccer team continue their surge up the national rankings, coming off a big weekend doubleheader. The Beavers took Game 1 on Saturday 2-1 over Winona and look to make the sweep Sunday as they hosted Upper Iowa. As we head to the Herb to join the action in the first half, Peacocks looking to get on board off the corner kick, but the header attempt would be knocked away by Andrea Franco to keep the Zeros on the board. Shortly after, MSU gets its first opportunity as Kelly Crease blasts one on the net, but puts it high over the crossbar, both teams unable to break the goose eggs. And then later on, UIU gets another corner, but Erin Rafferty would bail her team out with a nice diving grab. And then late in the half, Ninja Ramirez rips the shot on the net, but puts it just over the crossbar as the first half would end scoreless. MSU would go on, though, to take this game 3-0. They are now ranked number 11 in the nation, which is awesome. Congrats to them. The MSU Beavers women's volleyball team was in action Tuesday as they hosted the rival UMary. The Beavers fell to the Marauders on the road earlier this season, but were looking to split the season series and grab win number 1 on the year. As we head to the MSU Dome to pick things up in set number 1, Lauren Randall looks for the kill, but Briley Boyce is there for the block. Beavers on the board first in this one. Not long after that, Randall would get another chance and she would blast it down the line for a huge kill, game tied at 2. As she would keep the pressure on this thing, going cross court to beat the diving libero for his second kill. This one was back and forth early until Briley Boyce and Emily Fardove teamed up for the big block and would return it, sending it right back down. Beavers up by 3. Later in the set, Faldorf would do some damage on offense, getting the kill, assist Kelsey DeWolf. And on game point, Haley Swain would beat the UMary blockers for the kill as MSU takes set 1, 25-20. UMary would take 3 straight through to beat the Beavers 3-1. Late night with Beaver basketball was a big hit for the Beavers and fans as they got the first opportunity to see both the basketball teams in action. One lucky fan hit the half-court shot last night, giving everyone in the stands a coupon for a free slice of spicy pie pizza. And as he hits it right there, swoosh, the crowd goes wild. Fans also were able to win a 32-inch TV and some sweet Beaver apparel. The first home game for the men is November 15th against the University of Jamestown. The women's first game is November 6th and is an alumni game. This week on the road to Minot, we meet sophomore baseball player Sal Rodriguez.
Sophomore baseball player Sal Rodriguez.
So just, tell me a little bit about yourself, where you started from the beginning of your kind of story here, and when you started playing t-ball and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Crystal Lake, Illinois. I've lived there my whole life. Up until like kindergarten, my dad really loved golf. He was a big golf fan, and he used to take me out to the driving range and used to want me to play golf and practice and everything. He'd get upset with us when we're sitting there making noise and stuff like that. And I remember one day I was sitting in my kindergarten class, and they had an announcement, and it said, if you're interested in playing baseball, come to the office and pick up like a registration sheet. So I went down to the office and I got that sheet. And I remember my mom came to pick me up that day, and I was like, oh, Mom, like, I want to play baseball. Like, there's this thing. I have the form. Can we do it? She's like, well, you're going to have to talk to your dad, and we'll see what we could do for you. So I ended up talking to my dad, and he's like, listen, if that's something you really want to do, we'll get you in there. And I started playing. I really enjoyed it. I kind of was a natural at it. Just right away, I just started picking up on it. I guess from playing a little golf when I was a little younger, it was just like swinging stuff, so it was fun. And we were just always baseball fans. Like, my family's a baseball family, so we'd always have the Cubs on the TV, and I just like, now was my opportunity to play. So a few years we played like in-house ball back home. Had a little up and down, just the politics of local baseball and stuff like that. So we left the league by my house.
You can watch the full interview with Rodriguez Tuesday on the Sports Splurge. Well, that's all I have, guys. Hopefully you tune in as well on Tuesday to watch Sal and his full interview.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing his road to Minot.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Anthony. Thank you. So, Mr. Leaf.
Hello.
Wow.
What
So
you got for me
what you
today?
got for us today?
It's looking like it's going to be a really mild weekend, actually. So I'm excited for that. I was working on the stuff yesterday, and I saw, and I was like, oh, it's supposed to rain on Sunday. And now that the rain's kind of going to go away, and now we're going to see what we've got coming up for next week as well. Might be some rain, but today it's pretty nice out there with 50-degree weather. Feels like 47 though, with 8-mile-an-hour southwest winds. So just a little bit cooler than actual temperature, but that's fine by us as we start to look into our weekend and see that it's going to be mostly cloudy for the western side of the state. It's going to be 63 tomorrow here in Minot and be in the 60s for the whole state. And when we look at the Red River Valley, it's going to be in the 50s and mostly cloudy. So just a little bit of a change there as you move to the east. When we look at Saturday, though, it's also going to be pretty nice. We're going to be looking at 65 down there in Bismarck, so that's going to be the warmest, but everywhere else looking at low 60s, upper 50s, so it's going to be a pretty good day. And especially when we look at our sports outlook with the soccer team going over to St. Paul to take on Concordia University. It's going to be 60 degrees and sunny, and kickoff here at the Herb Parker Stadium will be 55 degrees, mostly cloudy, but still going to be a good one against the University of Minnesota Crookston Golden Eagles. As we look at Sunday now, we'll see that it's going to be 50s across the board for everybody. And again, like I said, going to be decent all weekend with mostly cloudy, but the sun will be peeking out every once in a while. And then again, once we look into our extended forecast, it's going to be pretty decent, but rain is coming up on Wednesday. And other than that, things are going to be looking good for the middle of October. So not too bad.
I'm excited. Even though the weather's bipolar, but I'm totally excited for the heat. So
yeah.
it's gonna be
I
nice.
hope like next week will be the same.
Yeah, it should be good.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Lee.
Leaf. Thank you.
All right, so the song of the week is Uma Thurman by Fall Out Boy. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
You don't know Bob?